Hey guys, in today's video I will be doing a major tropical update because this is definitely major, honestly. We're looking at the NHC's website. We're just gonna jump right in. And we're looking at the NHC's website. It's monitoring two disturbances. This first one is is just north of Cuba, going through the Straits of Florida, and it's about to enter the Gulf. It says, a tropical wave is producing a large area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms over western Cuba, the northwestern Bahamas, southern Florida, and the adjacent Atlantic and Caribbean waters. Gradual development of the system is possible while it moves west-northwestward during the next few days. The system is expected to move over the southeastern Gulf of Mexico later today, the central Gulf on Wednesday, and the northwestern Gulf on Thursday and Friday. The Air Force Reserve Hurricane Hunter aircraft scheduled to investigate the system this afternoon has been canceled. And, that last part, I don't know why it's been canceled, though it might have something to do with this. This is much more, this is honestly what we're really going to focus on in this video, Invest 99L. And as of the 11 a.m. advisory, it says, satellite imagery and recent satellite wind data indicate that the low-pressure system located about midway between the west coast of Africa and the Lesser Antilles continues to get better organized. If current trends continue, advisories could be initiated on the system as a tropical depression later today. Regardless of development during the next couple of days, less favorable conditions could limit additional development by the weekend. Is that weirdly put? Regardless of development during the next couple of days, less favorable conditions should limit additional development by this weekend. Now, even with that being the case, as conditions become more unfavorable for the system, as it continues to head westward towards the Lesser Antilles and towards the Caribbean, I really do think, especially with the intensity model guidance, that this system will actually form into a named system and really strengthen, especially as it continues through the Caribbean, which it looks like with all the actual model guidance, what the models are showing, it looks like it's most likely going to just go right into the Caribbean and continue through the Caribbean towards the Gulf even. Now, this first disturbance here that's about to go into the Gulf has a 30 to 40% chance of development within the next 2 to 5 days. But, of course, 99L is much more important now because all of a sudden, as of the 11 a.m. advisory, it has an 80% chance of forming within the next 2 to 5 days. And because of that, they think they might be able to initiate some advisories on the system as a tropical depression later today. And, we'll see. The 5 p.m. advisory, it could be that advisory that they time that they start initiating actual advisories for the system as a tropical depression. So now let's go to tropical tidbits. We'll look at current storms. Now, of course, here's Tropical Storm Douglas, which is it's really surprising. Just real quick, its intensity guidance is crazy. It looks like it will become the first hurricane of the Eastern Pacific hurricane season this year. And it looks like most models think it will reach Category 2 status, Category 1, Category 2 status. There is this one model that takes us all the way up into the Category 4 status, but that's probably not going to happen. That's just a real quick thing on that. Here's Invest 99L. We'll look at the satellite imagery for it. And gotta let this load. This thing takes a while to load. Sorry about this. From the frames that we can see, it looks very, very healthy. Has a lot of really nice spin to it, and has a lot of convection with it. So that is a really good thing. Man, I'm gonna have to pause this and wait. All right, let's look at it now. You can see the convection for this system is honestly really blowing up on all sides. Sorry if some of the frames are in and out, but you can see in general the convection is really blowing up on all sides of this system, and you can tell that there is a low pressure center that I believe, looking at this, is somewhere around in here. So I think it's getting a little bit covered by convection, which is definitely a good thing, which does mean that it is still continuing to intensify. So that's, we're going to really have to watch that. Let's look at the forecast models, and I'll show you what, you know what, hold on. Go back. Well, here's Invest. Oh, this is Invest 90L. It's nothing. What surprises me is that that's disturbance that's about to enter the Gulf. That's currently around here. It's not an Invest yet, according to the NHC, which is a bit interesting, but you know, it's all their call, really. So let's look at the wide view of the North Atlantic according to the GFS model, and you can see there's the Invest 99L with that area of showers and storms. And as we move forward in time, the GFS has recently, at least from what I've heard from the 18Z run from last night, it has become a lot more vigorous for the system, and has the system really trying to strengthen. I'm gonna zoom this in for you guys actually, so you guys can see. So there it is. It's at 1,007 millibars there. Actually, let's bring this back. There's the low pressure center forming, 1,008, 1,007, and then it kind of breaks up though as it's heading into the Caribbean. We'll have to see how that goes, because intensity guidance. Let's look at the intensity guidance. I do want to show you this actually. Here we go. The intensity guidance now currently a bunch of the models definitely have it. It looks like majority of the models do have it reaching named storm status as a tropical storm, and then a bunch of them do take it into hurricane status. The HWFI model takes it up to Category 4 status even. And we'll see about that. I mean, I don't want to call anything yet about it becoming a major hurricane, of course, but I do think it is likely that it could become at least a hurricane, either a Category 1 or 2, before it really is sheared apart as it heads into the Caribbean. So, I mean, that's really fascinating. This honestly, I do think will become our first hurricane of the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season, which honestly isn't all too surprising or anything. You can see the model guidance really agrees that it will just continue into the Caribbean, which, as you saw in the GFS model as well, you can see all of the models are really agreeing on that. Well, the CMC is a bit weird. I don't know what's going on with it. But, yeah, the forecast models are really, honestly, generally agreeing that it will just continue going to the west and enter the Caribbean. Let's look at the North Atlantic again. I'll show you the CMC now. Show you what the CMC is showing for this system. Let me zoom this in for you guys. There is, oh, come on. Sorry about this. Okay, so there's that system. There's 99L, 1,007 millibars. Continues to move, and the CMC really has it strengthening, and this is as far as it really goes. But it does have it sustaining some decent strength all the way until it enters the Caribbean, and then it kind of falls apart. But we'll have to see. I mean, certainly the water temperatures, the sea surface temperatures in this area are very warm, so it has that. And it looks like it's really overcoming all that dry air and such that is surrounding it, because as you saw with the satellite imagery, it's looking really healthy and really good, and continues to do that, it seems. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised for the NHC to start initiating actual advisories on this as a tropical depression later today. So that's a good thing. Let's look at the European model, and I'll just show you the vorticity with it. So there's the system right there, where you see the most vorticity there. And as we move this forward in time, well, the European doesn't exactly have it blowing up into much of anything. It's not all that impressive. Let's go to the... where is it? Where's the wind? Oh, here. Look at the wind for this system. You can see 1,012. It's really not showing it really strengthening. Though the European is showing this system that is actually right behind 99L, and it does show it going through the same areas as 99L, but by that point in time, since it's a little farther out, it looks like it'll strengthen more, because it looks like potentially there will be a lot less wind shear and dry air and such. And I do think that next Kelvin wave, that is actually apparently the strongest of the year, that is in the Eastern Pacific right now, will be entering the Atlantic by that point towards the last few days of July. So I gotta say, in general, the models are agreeing on the system, trying to strengthen a good bit. The intensity model guidance for 99L is showing it really trying to become a named storm and maybe our first hurricane of the season. I do think that will occur. As of right now, I think it will peak towards, I'd say, a strong Category 1, honestly, at this point. Especially if these trends of it's strengthening as of right now continue. I do think it will really try to strengthen a lot. And then we'll real quick at the end here, we'll go to the Wikipedia page for the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season, and we've already had 6 named storms, total of 12 fatalities, and total damages at somewhere above $1.275 billion in damage. We've had Arthur through Faye, so we've had 6 of the names already, and it looks like we'll have Gonzalo likely in the MDR for 99L becoming Gonzalo. We'll see about that one going into the Gulf right now. We'll see if it gets named. It could. We'll just have to see. But this is really interesting stuff. I mean, I was thoroughly surprised when I got back from work just a few minutes ago, and I was like, oh wow, it's already at 80%. That's a huge huge thing that's just happened. So this is really fascinating stuff. We'll see if this does become a named tropical system, or at least a tropical depression at the least, by later today, that the NHC can actually start issuing advisories for. So that'll be really fun to see. So, yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was very surprising, so I definitely had to make a video on it today. So I was like, yeah, I'll just do it now. And, I can't wait to, hopefully it gets named, and hopefully I'll be able to really make a bunch of videos on this. If it does, especially if it does become our first hurricane of the season, it will last a lot longer than all the other systems we've had. So that'll be fun to do. Yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe below. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.